Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322. In this video we'll showcase the fastest cars in each class for racing in GTA Online. We'll be going in order from the slowest class to the fastest class, with the class displayed in the top left under the position and the lap time in the top right. Now basically this is going to be showing the top tier for each class when it comes to racing. We'll be showing the fastest car for that class in terms of lap time and listing a number of other options that you can use if you desire or prefer the way that those vehicles handle instead. They'll at least be on the pace. For example, the Gang Burrito can be on the pace of the Rumpo Custom for van racers, but the other vehicles in the class aren't really going to be doing much. I'm also going to be showing options for whether HSW is turned on or off in the race lobby. So for the compact class, obviously we've got the HSW Brioso in first place, but regardless of whether HSW is turned on or off, the club is a viable option as well. So when HSW is turned off, the club is the only option. And of course the HSW off options are also applicable to old gen and PC. So whenever you see a vehicle that doesn't have HSW in the name, then you can use it on all the platforms. If HSW is in the name, then it's only an option when HSW is either turned on or you're on PS5 or Xbox Series X. And that's why I've tried to do other options in the bottom left with that in mind. So yeah, there hasn't been an awful lot of change for most of the classes as compared to the last time I did this, which I think was 2021, but there have been some notable ones, with obviously mainly the change coming from HSW vehicles now being a thing, how special works. They've got crazy top speeds and they get some pretty good lap times as well. And obviously remember that it is the HSW versions of these vehicles that are competitive. If you don't upgrade them at how special works on the new gen platforms of the games, they're not going to be as competitive. So yeah, the difference has come more from sort of some of the classes like Muscle have gotten faster cars that have drastically improved their lap times and launched them sort of further up the order. Tuners is now down in 7th place with the relatively unchanged lap time for the Sultan RS Classic, but then we've got things like the off-road class and the muscle class that have gotten new cars that are significantly quicker, that have made the class overall, if you're looking at the fastest cars within those classes. So yeah, we're already up to sort of 6th place out of the 13, and then we're going to see the 5 quickest classes in the game, at least if you're comparing the fastest cars in those classes. So this video is also aiming to serve as a way to sort of hold you over so you at least know the competitive makeup of all the classes until the new testing series that I've had planned for a while, which is going to debut towards the end of this year. And with that in mind, new testing has now started for all the cars. Lap times and spreadsheet and the GTAcars.net lap times, that's all going to be frozen for now. So those lap times and top speeds aren't going to change as I do the testing, because then we just get a mix of cars that I have retested and cars that I haven't. It's all going to be frozen. And the 2024 videos that are going to be released towards the end of this year will debut the all new lap times that I'm going to be getting from these vehicles. Now bear in mind there's around 700 vehicles in total, so it's a mammoth task. I am focusing on the regular cars first, and we'll see how things go in the future with regards to like non-raceable classes like emergency, service, planes, and even whether I have it in me to sort of redo motorcycles. But the retesting has begun, and it does need to be done honestly, because some of the lap times I have are from 2017, and for some of the much older cars, and things have definitely changed with even just the robustness of my testing, as well as on the PS5 and Series X versions of the game. Things are slightly different, especially with the fact that FPS doesn't impact performance. So I'm seeing that most of those old cars are getting lap time improvements, but the overall competitive order is looking like it's remaining the same. So most cars are improving by the same amount, at least there or thereabouts. There are some outliers, of course, but obviously that also means that the newer cars that I've tested, the more recent cars, relative to other cars around them, might get a little bit worse, because other cars are gonna, older cars are gonna have their lap times end up being improved. So it's not going to be massive changes, and the vehicles that you see in this video that are showing the overall competitive order for each class, they're basically going to still be the same vehicles that are at the top of the classes after my retesting. But you know, there will be some little differences here and there, and after these 2024 videos have started, I'll probably, you know, do some sort of, because I'm keeping track of the lap time differences as I go through, I'll probably do some sort of videos or maybe live streams where we look through all these things and see which vehicles improved the most, which didn't, and things like that. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know that this is sort of the competitive order as it is now. This is likely to remain the competitive order at the top of the classes, but retesting has begun for the 2024 series, the new testing series that I'm going to be doing, which will be, you know, as accurate and up to date as possible. And then obviously all those lap times will filter through into the spreadsheet and GTAcars.net then. It's also amazing, by the way, that the BR8, basically it's the only option for open wheel races, but it's incredible that the weaponized Ignis in the Supers class with the HSW upgrades is almost as quick as the BR8. It's kind of crazy, and you'll see a comparison between the two in a short while, how they generate that lap time very differently. But I've also included a little bonus here for the motorcycles class. Technically not a car, obviously, but yeah, when HSW is turned off, or if you're on the old gen versions of the game or PC, the Power Surge is the new best motorcycle, but the Hakucho Drag HSW is significantly quicker than that, if that's what you're racing with. So yeah, also when it comes to those 2024 videos, there will be a marked improvement over the current style. They've going to have all sorts of new bells and whistles, and I've been working on them for quite a while, and the idea has been there for quite a while in terms of what I'm planning with them. They'll hopefully be in an easier to digest format as well, keeping in mind that when I started this testing series, the classes weren't anywhere near as big as what they are now, and I'm really looking forward to, you know, debuting those videos, and I have most of it ready at the moment, you know, so it's more just about having to do that legwork and getting those new lap times down, at least for the regular classes. But I think you're all going to be happy with the new testing series when they release, and I'm really looking forward to it. But obviously it just takes me the time to actually test them properly and go back through all of these hundreds and hundreds of vehicles. This series will remain the home for updates on DLC cars until that new series is ready towards the end of the year. So we're extending the length and the lifespan of this series to a few more months at least, but then the new testing series will incorporate the top speed and the lap times together. It will, you know, focus on making it more digestible in terms of the competitive order of things, and yeah, hopefully it'll just be a general overall visual improvement on everything as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. That is the competitive order of the every single raceable class in GTA in terms of the cars and the bikes, obviously, and you're seeing the fastest vehicle versus the slowest fastest vehicle in terms of the Sadler. The Sadler obviously still remains the only vehicle from 2013 that is still topping its class. Nothing has beaten it in the utility class, whereas every other vehicle that's topping its class is a DLC vehicle. Nothing is left standing from 2013 except the Sadler, which is pretty impressive all on its own. But yeah, the difference in lap time from the Sadler and the Rumpo in 13th and 12th places in this video to everything else has gotten significantly bigger than it used to do. There was certainly a lot more variety of lap times for the fastest cars in each class, whereas everything now seems to be, you know, everything at the top of the class is just a glorified sports car these days. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Hopefully you're all looking forward to the new videos in the new testing series later on in the year, and hopefully this is a good enough video to sort of hold you over until then. And yeah, until then, I'll just be working away in the background, making sure that these testing videos are going to be great and the best that they can be, and the lap times are going to be as accurate as they can be as well, and we'll discuss it when it all happens. So thank you guys so much for all the support as always, and I'll see you next time.